If you're watching this Rumble live on replay, I'm shouting out the Rumble live stream on Instagram. So you're going to hear me say, like, come to Rumble. And you're going to be like, I'm on Rumble, dude. But that's why you'll hear that, all right? We're still a little bit like rudimentary. This isn't quite dialed fully. But yeah, dude, if you guys saw what happened in South Korea, and now Italy's talking about it too, it's about to be, it could get a little bit hairier, put it that way. What's going on, everyone? So, if you saw, the Italian prime minister says he can't sleep at night for the news that he just heard 2 nights ago about what's going to happen to Europe if the Strait of Hormuz remains closed for the foreseeable future if it keeps going. So every single day that damn thing is closed, there is bajillions of dollars worth of fuel and also fertilizer, and also sulfuric acid is supposed to go through that Strait of Hormuz, which is supposed to make batteries and microchips and all this. Like, sulfuric acid is what they use to extract these minerals from the ore. So anyways, this is like, literally, we should not have built our nations around the function of a little ass strait in the middle of the Middle East, which is always throwing missiles around at each other. You know what I mean? It's the stupidest thing. And in fact, it is not incompetence, by the way. This is 100%. I've never heard of Elizabeth Averill, but if she's saying the same stuff that I'm saying, then she's probably brilliant and just a genius. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I mean, it's happening, man. So it's 100% part of a plan. This is to cause well, put it this way, to cause a massive disruption to the global economy, and then also create a new world order, man. It's going to be a new world order. That's what they're pushing for. So they want to destroy the old, bring in the new. That's how it goes. That's what they did after 9/11. It's the same old playbook. We have to be aware of this, so we're not sitting there reading the headlines going, oh, like, I wish Russia would stop, not knowing that it's 100% part of a plan. So listen, exactly, Joshua Alexander. So listen, yeah, World War III, this is supposed to be the war that ends all wars because everyone begs for no more wars. And they'll guarantee us no more wars if we merge nation states and get governed by AI. AI is going to be framed as the savior to humanity, 100%. The World Economic Forum said that. They literally said, whatchamacallit, it will be really great if AI is our savior. The last I checked, is that not like Antichrist vibes, man? Okay, so listen, we are live right now on Rumble. Yeah, you are in the agenda. Exactly. Look, Yana said, she's from Russia, and she said, I thought we are anti-globalist, but we are in the agenda. Yana, I thought Putin was cool, but when he comes in and you find out Moscow is one of the most heavily surveilled, facial recognition, and there's also a digital ID in Russia, basically, to begin with, it's every country in the world is headed towards the same technological model of society. They want it governed by AI. They're going to try to say AI, there's already headlines that say, imagine if artificial intelligence could do a better job at ruling or at making decisions than presidents. Wouldn't that be crazy? The plan is to be governed by AI, dude. That's where they're trying to take this. So listen, there's a lot more about this that I want to discuss that I can't because I'm on Rumble, or I'm on Instagram. We're streaming on Rumble right now, which is free to watch, free to download, and free speech. That's exactly right, Marco. Marco, 100%, dude. 100% true. I've been saying that for years. I'm like, there's not really a country in the world today that I can think of that's not controlled. In fact, the last country that wasn't controlled basically by the Illuminati was Libya, when he made the Great Man-Made River Project and tried to make, they tried to make a currency that wasn't backed by the petrodollar. They wanted to make it gold backed and all that. So that was the last country I can think of that actually rebelled against the Illuminati, really. But anyway, so listen, we're live on Rumble. Rumble is at the link in my bio. If you come on over to the link in my bio and click the Rumble link, you'll be able to tune in. We got 60, 70 some odd people on now. And like I said, it's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. You don't have to download Rumble, Quayle, but you can watch on your browser. But dude, it is pretty handy to have the app. Like, it's a lot more viewer friendly or whatever, like a better viewing experience on the app. But I get it if you don't want another app, dude. We got enough friggin' apps. But yeah, so, and then also, if you make an app, it's like 2 seconds to make an account if you get the app, and then you can comment, because you do want to be able to comment. The whole part, half the Rumble is like comments and discussion from you guys. This girl's in friggin' Russia right now. Like, let's talk to her. Okay, so hope to see you guys on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. Much love, everyone. What's going on, everyone? Shout out to Tim, Tony, freaking Yahi, Lopez. Shout out to Lopez. He's new here from Puerto Rico, man. Holy crap, eh? I heard Puerto Rico was quite the shitstorm in whatchamacallit during COVID. But I mean, there's a lot of places that were. Shroopy said, or Strappy, he said, we're going to make it 100%, dude. Oh, for sure. I'm wondering what's coming around the corner. Thank you, Delcrat or Ducart, and all of the other guys who just say I'm so handsome tonight. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I had to. Sometimes you got to wear the hat just to keep the old hair maintained there. I shouldn't call it old. You know, the cells of our body are only 7 years old at any given time. Like, even if you're 100 years old, the cells of your body are only 7 years old. So even an old man, whatever age you are, you're basically seven. But that's why it's shocking, the GMOs and the fluoride and the pesticides, because whatever you're eating today is what's going to rebuild the entire cells of your whole body to begin with. So that's why, I mean, to me, I didn't stop eating GMOs because of like the environment, although GMOs are horrible for the environment. And I didn't stop drinking fluoride because, well, what would be an environmental reason? No, for me, it was like the DNA thing. Like, I was concerned. I'm like, so if I'm eating GMOs, that alters my DNA, which, by the way, I wish it wasn't about to be in one world or in one reality. I wish it wasn't all about World War III energy crisis right now, because we still should be like literally having gigantic protests and banning GMOs. It is so evil and satanic that is still going on. But it's like in the back burner right now because all this other crazy shit is going on. They're still trying to control and barcode every single freaking molecule of the food supply and have it patented. And they've convinced and they've took control of the education system, which still teaches like GMOs. They're going to feed the world, and they can have a better yield. And it's totally fake. There's a complete agenda behind that. And I think that I don't think we did enough in 2016 to try to get GMOs completely outlawed and banned, because they can't do, if a million people are walking around saying no, or I guess at the end of the day, it's vote with your dollar. But like, also there was the March Against Monsanto protests, which was pretty freaking cool. Which was pretty freaking cool to watch, all over the world marching against Monsanto. Hungary burned down the GMO cornfields when they found out it was GMO, and they realized let's burn this shit up. Haiti banned or burned after Haiti got hit with that hurricane or whatever. They went and protested together. Monsanto donated 60,000 bags of GMO corn, and the Haitian farmers, like totally dirt poor, they just got all this free grain or free, seeds. They burned them in the streets. So they knew, I don't know how, that freaking this shit is toxic and horrible, and we don't want to contaminate Haiti with these toxic chemicals, Yeah, frick, Shrappy said, Albert Pike mentioned this in his book, that only through a massive world war we can achieve a new world order. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know. That's the word on the street, which is why am I helping manifest it by basically expecting a World War III scenario? I kind of am expecting that based on what everything's being said. I think we're on the cusp of it too. I can't imagine we're any closer to World War III today than ever before, man. That's right, exactly, Isaiah. By the way, before we get into the shocking situation that's unfolding in the Middle East and what's going to happen for like Europe, and we're going to go over potential realities that are about to be around the corner, I did want to mention we are giving away a couple bags on tonight's live of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is $100 value, super delicious. It's also stimulates stem cell production, or heirloom cacao stimulates stem cell production. So it massively increases rejuvenation of cells and tissues of the body, repairs. And well, that's what stem cells do, right? They go and repair damaged tissue and damaged cells. So it's delicious. It's detoxing. It's also believed to decalcify the pineal gland. And we're giving away 3 or 4 bags on tonight's live. You will freaking love it. The way the deal works, it is first come, first serve. I'm going to put the link in the chat. But like I said, it's first come, first serve. So make sure you click the link ASAP so you get bumped first in line. That goes to Choq.com. So Choq is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team. I've been partnered with them since 2019. I was the first one to launch, like Choq launched on my Instagram channel, on my Instagram page, which, by the way, I'm not on the same one as I was in 2019 because I got deleted in 2021. I think 2021, September. Anyway, so, but yes, I've been partnered with them since the beginning. We've probably helped. It's like the butterfly effect. We had a guy on here comment yesterday. He started taking chalk. He was trying to have children for 10 years with his wife. They both got on a male and female vitality stack. They got fertile. She's pregnant and she's due in June. I'm like, dude, that's the butterfly effect. He went to fertility clinics. He went to all this and he got fertile from taking chalk. It's clinically studied. So this is the way the deal works. And by the way, it's not just for fertility. If you're thinking you're watching and you're like, I already had kids, I don't want any more or whatever. Fertility is a barometer of health. If anyone had kids, isn't having any more kids, and then is like, I don't want to take that, I don't want to be more fertile, that's kind of like not the proper thinking, or at least not the full understanding. So this is the way the deal works to get the free bags of lit included in your order. So the number one supplement at chalk.com for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It stimulates the production of new brain cells, so you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. It also contains carbon 60 or C60, which has anti-aging effects. And it increases, so it's a hormone optimizer and it's extremely pro-fertile. There's literally 12 or so clinical studies on the website. It would take a long time to go through, but you would be mind blown at how many benefits Shilajit has. And that's why the Russian military secretly studied it for like 40 years. Okay, so that's the Shilajit. The second most popular superfood at chalk.com is the organic ashwagandha, which has 43 clinical studies. It's extremely pro-fertile. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it increases hormone optimization and fertility for men and women. That sleep quality thing, though, is crazy because, dude, I feel like with this stuff, you can sleep for like 4 hours and feel like you got an 8-hour sleep. Like sometimes I go to bed, I'm going to dial my sleep cycle better, but sometimes I'll literally go to bed at like 1 in the morning, wake up at 6 or 6:30, and I'm not like dragging myself around the house, like feeling like $1 million, man, from like, that's like a 5-hour sleep. Now, I know that's not ideal. Apparently we're supposed to sleep like 7 or 8 hours or whatever, 6 to 8 hours. But I just feel like you do get a lot better of a sleep, even if it's a shorter sleep, if you're taking ashwagandha, which gives you more energy throughout the day too. So the way the deal works to get the free bags of chocolate powder, $100 value, big 1 pounder. There's a bunch of other superfoods in here too, by the way. It's not just cacao. You go to chalk.com, which I put in the chat, choq.com. If you put a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 26life, you get a 26% off lifetime discount on your subscription to the male or female stack, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to get, if you place your order on the live and you're one of the first 3 or 4 people, you're going to get that free bag of lit included in your order automatically. You're not going to see the free lit on your order form, but it's going to be placed in your package when it's boxed up and shipped out the door and then to your freaking front door in 2 to 5 business days. Shout out to 50 Pence, who said he just smokes weed. Just make sure it's not that GMO pesticided stuff, man. Or the, what else do they do to it? Plant growth regulators. It's like a synthetic fertilizer thing, toxic. Have you heard about Elon Musk talking about universal high income? Dude, I know, it's a freaking joke. Shout out to Butterfly Angels. He's like, we do need a universal income, but like, let's make it a high income. Okay, dude, Mr. AI is bad, but makes the brain implantable microchip and all this other electric car bullshit. Which, by the way, shout out to Subom. He said, I need to get back on that 7 Wonders. I've been taking the male stack and Chad mode daily for months. Feel great. Shout out to Subom. Guys, Subom is a quite regular, like he's not on every live, but he does chime in. And he's been on Chalk, dude. I don't know for how long, Subom, but your name is one of those regular names that I have in my head of people who are hanging out and taking Chalk and feeling like $1 million and sharing your thoughts on the live too, man. So shout out to Subom. Shout out to Matthew. He said he's trying Tomcat 100 for the first time. Started it today. Shout out to Matt, dude. So the Tomcat is in the male vitality stack, and that's the one that boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Plus, it increases sperm count and sperm motility. It's super pro-fertile. What is it? Muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. It supports or increases. It's a freaking superfood, dude. And this one specifically has 23 clinical studies. And it's wild crafted from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforests rather than being farmed in China, which the vast majority of it is farmed in China. So you got to watch out for that. But Sabom, that is freaking dope. And Matthew, that's awesome, man. The Tomcat, yeah, dude, when you take that even for just like 2 weeks, you're going to feel like $1 million. The female stack is wild because the Irish moss in there, because it has the full matrix of minerals, that rebuilds your DNA. And also, bioavailable minerals bind to free radicals and heavy metals and excrete them out of the body. So if you're taking the Irish moss in the female stack, not only are you getting all the mineral benefits, but because shilajit is a potentiator and it increases the potential of any other herb or superfood that's taken with it, it's a freaking journey you embark on, man, when you start taking the male or female stack. Apparently, there's a bunch of people on the site right now, including a couple female stacks at cart. Just make sure you remember to apply the discount code 26life so that you unlock the 26% off lifetime discount. Do not pay full price when they're running the 26 off deal. And then you'll get the free lit, of course, if you're one of the first 3 or 4 people. Shroopy said, poverty is an artificially created concept to reduce population. No wonder the prices are going up. Yeah, that's right. And, it's interesting, too, because, like, the natural world is real, right? I mean, you could say it's a simulation or whatever, but whereas, like, money, for one, 99% of it is literally just, like, digits on an LED screen, right? Like, most of the quote-unquote money in the world is literally may as well be, it doesn't even fucking exist. It's numbers on a screen, right? Everyone pull out their money. There's not enough cash. There's not even that much money in circulation. It's fake. But then what is real is like nature, food, the natural world. So it's interesting that we have been kind of gimped into this position where it's like money, and it's this fake thing that's being used to control humanity big time, man. I will say too, though, if there is a shocking situation around the corner with new currency, blah blah blah, it probably, like, if there's a time to max out all of your credit card. No, I'm just kidding. I have a friend who I think it was 2012. Before 2012, he maxed out his one credit card, thinking like 2012 is gonna hit, man. Like it'll all be over. And anyway, then he owed a bunch of money after 2012, so that didn't happen. So, but anyways, I do wonder if you'd be able to buy like shilajit with a digital currency that's tracked and traced. Like, what the plan is that every single consumable product, every single product would be, it would have to be like, I think they're talking about tokenized. So everything is like connected to some fucking QR code or whatever. So that if you were the Illuminati, you could sit there and see like literally every single item that's for sale in the world is like connected to this AI system that like inventories and controls and knows what's what, right? To the point where you couldn't buy something from someone. Like, dude, you're not going to be able to, sorry, I shouldn't manifest this, but if they had their way, you're not going to be able to flip your neighbor $100 cash to do something, or your buddy to flip your tires on your truck, whatever. Like that seemingly wouldn't be a thing that's possible. It would be going back to barter system. The Amish aren't going to do the digital ID shit. The Amish don't even do, it depends which group, like depending on which church. Some of the churches they're with says like no technology. Some says you can do some. The Mennonites who we get raw milk from and stuff, they do have like email. They send out emails and stuff. They couldn't really function without, well, they couldn't run the operation they're running now without technology. But they don't do TV. They don't have a TV. They have a computer for sending emails and having their webs. Anyway, my point is that the digital shits is a very strange situation. We got onto Amish people because we're talking about how you won't be able to buy shilajit with central bank digital currencies because they don't want you taking that stuff anyway, which is why they're banning it in Europe. They've already banned Tongkat Ali in the European Union. They've also tried to ban the 7 Wonders, which is the Chalk 7 Wonders, which Sabone was talking about, I think. That has chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps, oyster, reishi, and maitake mushroom in it. They classified lion's mane mushroom, which you literally can fry and eat like as a mushroom. It's not like a weird, anyway, really good for your brain. The European Union has classified it as a novel food, which means that like you can't import it and shit. Like it's almost banned, kind of. So anyways, they're trying to ban all this stuff. They obviously, look, if they worked this hard to put fluoride and GMOs and chemicals and all this strange shit in our food and water supply, is it a surprise that they would want to make it hard for you to rejuvenate and detoxify that stuff out of your system. You know what I mean? Shout out to Swing. Swing says the Ultra Stack is where it's at. Shout out to Swing. Guys, Swing has like, picture a gigantic bookshelf with a million chalk bottles on it. Like he has a supply, man. Shout out to Swing. He's probably got like 6 bags of lit right now. That's right, non-toxic. So shout out to Swing. Also, shout out to Sunny and also Matthew, who just started taking chalk. Dude, you'll be dreaming, Matthew. If you're taking the Shilajit, you're gonna have some seriously vivid dreams, dude. I also recommend you don't I find you can't. I think a lot of people think too, if you smoke weed, you don't really dream. You don't really remember your dreams, which is strange. Matthew said he hasn't ever slept 8 hours until he got on the ashwagandha. Now he gets at least 8 hours of sleep. Dude, Matthew. Guys, Matthew is like relatively new here too. He's not some like diehard who's been around. I don't know. I think Matthew's pretty freaking new to Rumble. He's dropping shocking real-time reviews. The ashwagandha, which is in the male and female stack, he's saying it's completely changed his freaking sleep cycle. That is amazing, dude. Shout out to Matthew, who just got on the male stack and is taking the Tomcat starting today as well. Someone just ordered a male Vitality stack. Congratulations to who just got the male stack at chalk.com with the code 26life, which means we only have 3 bags left of the chocolate powder to give away. Congratulations who just got the male stack, dude. You're going to feel like $1 million freaking bucks taking it. We call it the 90-day chalk challenge. Of course, taking it even for like 30 days is good for you. But the 90 days is what the clinically studied benefits are based on. Consistent consumption over 90 days. Essential Yvonne rather said she just counted and she has 8 months of Irish moss in her supply. Shout out to Essential Yvonne. When did you get 8 Irish mosses? Like, did you stock up or did you just like, are you storing it? That's a really good prep food, to be honest. Like if the food crisis, if there's a shocking energy crisis and all that, nothing wrong with having a bunch of freaking Irish moss laying around. That's for sure. Minerals, nutrients, it'll boost your vitality during the end times. No, I'm just kidding. But well, no, it is the end times. But during any type of strange situation, you got a serious nutrient powerhouse in your cupboard. That's freaking awesome, Yvonne. I've only been taking the Shilajit for 17 days and the ashwagandha for 17 days. Dude, Matthew, that's freaking awesome, man. So 17 days. So March. So then you'll remember this as the second week of March is the week that you began the next chapter of your life, dude. And I know that sounds like, okay, dude, like chill. But I'm telling you right now, when you start decalcifying your pineal gland, it is a game changer. You don't go back and go back to calcifying it. It's kind of like there's a bunch of different instances of where once you wake up to something, you're never going back. Like no flat earther is ever going to be a globe earther, right? Once you decalcify your pineal gland, you're never going back to calcifying it. You'd never in a million years. You'd be like, oh, damn, I was having such vivid dreams and having such strong intuition and having such positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sunny. Sunny has a crazy story, by the way, of her chalk, whatchamacallit, when she got on the chalk train. She has a crazy story about that. Yvonne said she stocked up and then forgot to change her subscription date. Oh, nice, Yvonne. So you have a ton. That's awesome. Yeah, so the crazy thing about the moss that's in the female stack is that the vast majority of Irish moss on the internet today is farmed in the Caribbean and mostly full of microplastics. So with the Irish moss in the female stack, it's wild, man. It's wild from Nova Scotia in Canada. Which Nova Scotia is actually where they have those crazy climate lockdowns. See, I didn't think of like an energy lockdown. I thought they would make some crazy weather and screw up the food supply with the weather and then be like, we need climate lockdowns. But isn't it interesting that if they lock down the energy, like if there's an energy lockdown, don't drive, they're imposing speed limits, lower speed limits in different parts of the world to reduce like their fuel usage, right? I bet you after all is said and done with whatever comes around the corner here, there's going to be a where they're like, wow, we just saved so much carbon. Like we just didn't produce so much carbon during that lockdown. Like we should actually do this consistently. Like I can tell you this, I bet you no large, gigantic investors who are in the know are like investing into any vehicle company that is not going to electric cars. Like, they're trying to get us into electric cars. Toyota Tundras, okay, Toyota trucks, they're done making the 5.7 liter engine. It's the last time, like last year was the last time they're making any new 5.7 liter gas engines. And they're going back to, now it's going to be like a 3 liter that's like a hybrid. So it's a bit weird, man. It's a little bit weird. I just wonder how far they're going to go with this before enough people wake up and stop it, or Jesus comes back, there's a judgment day, and all the evil is purged. You know, and if you're wondering about that too, like, we should all pretty much be knowing about the Shroud of Turin, the Tilma of Guadalupe. Like, stuff happened, man, big time, and it can happen again. But in our lives, because we kind of grew up and we're like, we didn't see anything too shockingly paranormal. We didn't see a global flood. We didn't see giants. We didn't see ancient giant trees. We kind of feel like shit's normal, and anything too crazy is like airy fairy, willy nilly, like it would never happen. We've never seen it. But stuff can happen, man, big time. Shout out to Jeroen, or Judd Run, who said, looking forward to the minerals and shilajit. Shout out to Judd, or Jude, let's call her, who's going to be getting the minerals and shilajit. Yeah, the chalk minerals are a shocking game changer, big time. Full matrix of minerals, rebuild your DNA. And also, again, bioavailable minerals replace heavy metals in the body. They bind to them and replace them in the body, which is freaking amazing. Hold on, what's her name? Sinia, hold on. She said she's being baptized tomorrow. She was raised in an abusive Jehovah's Witness home. Took me so long to find Christ again. Please pray for me to be able to follow and serve his will. Okay, you know that Whistling Diesel, I don't know that he was abused, but he he felt like he had a pretty shit upbringing with, well, anyways, many such cases. I'm so glad you're able to find Christ again, because I think, like some people, if they grew up Jehovah, which some of you, maybe someone on here is Jehovah's Witness. No hate against you, of course. But Jehovah's it's a bit of a different, but everyone has their beliefs. But my point is this: sometimes if people had like, I know a girl who was raised Christian, but her parents, I guess, were kind of mean, and now she's like not into God or anything. That sucks when that happens. So the fact that, and during Holy Week too, yeah, Dialed, that's so true. What a great time to get baptized. Wow, that's freaking awesome. I'm stoked for you, Mrs. Sinia. Shout out to Sinia. That's freaking awesome. Judd was also Jehovah's Witness. Wow. So yeah, I don't have anything against Jehovah's. In fact, 2 Jehovah's guys came to my house the other day, and I was like, talking to them. We agree, dude. Anyone on here, you probably agree with like 95% of like a Jehovah's Witnesses worldview, unless there's a whole lot I don't know about it, which is the case. But I'm just saying, like, they're not down with what's being taught in schools today. They know there's some satanic shit going on. This is what I like about Christianity too. Not just that, of course, it's the way, the truth, and the life, and it is the truth. But I'm saying that, and this is where lukewarm Christians, they say, is not ideal, because right now in a church, they should be talking about like, yo, look at the satanic stuff that's going on. Look at these people worship Satan that were on the TV. Don't trust them. It's bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But there's many churches you guys tell me about, and I've heard from other friends and whatnot. It's like not really talking about too much of the current times. And, some churches, it depends on who's running it, right? There's, for example, some of the pastors who said, we're not getting the vax, and we're telling our people to not get the vax, and we're not shutting down during COVID, and blah, 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 blah. Like that's a church you want to be a part of. But some, aren't into that. Some have, let's just say, story hours for kids at churches. You can imagine who's coming and reading the story. And so that is an interesting position, Anyways, I'm going to go live real quick on Instagram to shout out the Rumble Live. If you're on the website right now, make sure you place your order ASAP with the code 26life to get and guarantee the free lit powder being included in your order. We have 3 left still. because someone got the mail stack. Congratulations, who got the mail stack, by the way. Lou, you know what I mean? Like, um, even when you have, if you guys hang out with like a big group of friends, or you got like homeschool families, like everyone's awake, they know what's going on. But I still think what takes it to like the next level is to have someone at like the head of the gathering and have some sort of speech or some sort of statement about how about what's going on, and some words of wisdom to the fact that we're gathering here because for the future of our children and blah blah blah, like something like a freaking, like in the seeds of revolution were planted in bars and taverns and restaurants and churches, rather than getting together, hanging around, and then you know just shooting the bull. Yeah, I know. Shroopy, I know, dude. Big time. South Korea is basically locked down. Um, South Korea is basically locked down right now, dude. So hold on a second. Let me just see something. Okay, shouting out the live real quick. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, apparently unjabbed people are still having graphic, or what is it called? Weird shit in their blood, who like spike stuff, even to this day. It also depends on your spot. Like if you're in a place that like some places they suck the water out of the river, and that's like the water that then gets treated and then put into people's pipes. But other places, the city recycles the water, literally pulls the water out of the waste and then treats that and puts that back into the pipes, you know, which is a bit strange. Um, wow, congratulations. Hold on a second. I'm glad I didn't start the live yet on Instagram. Someone just got a female and male stack and a shilajit for safe measure, for good measure. If you're the one who just got a female and male stack and shilajit, congratulations. This is the first day of the next chapter in your life. I know that's corny, but it's true. When that gets to your house, you have begun, what we like to say is like, it's incorporating into your lifestyle, right? So all of a sudden you're getting all these superfoods. I know I wasn't, I never had taken shilajit, ashwagandha, tomcat, Irish moss, all this stuff together. I never even had any of that stuff until 2019 when Chalk launched. It was shilajit and Action. It was the Chalk Daily and the Action. Then they eventually got Irish moss was the third one, if I recall. And then we got Action 2.0, Tomcat, the minerals. Anyway, male and female stack. Congratulations to who just got the stacks. You're gonna freaking love them, and you're getting the free lit powders, lit powder in your order as well. Organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. So congratulations. That means we literally have 2 bags left to give away. If you're on the site, make sure you put the stacks in your cart and apply the discount code 26life to unlock the full-blown discount and get the freebie. I'll put that in again here because once I shout this live out on Instagram, there's going to be another bunch of people on here, and we will give away the last 2 bags. Oh, shout out to Ellie. Ellie said, I got the female and male stack plus shilajit. And you said I get some. Yes, Ellie, shout out to Ellie. You're getting the free lit. You're going to get a full 1-pounder bag in your order of the organic heirloom cacao, which, by the way, I didn't tell you. If you look at the ingredient list here, I'll read it to you. It's got organic Ceylon cinnamon. It's got organic vanilla bean powder, organic coconut milk extract, or organic coconut milk powder, rather. And it has camu, and lucuma in it, which is like super high in vitamin C, super detoxing. You're going to freaking love it. Shout out to Ellie. You can take it by the spoon dry, by the way. Like it's that good. So shout out to Ellie who just got the free lit powder and her stacks. Ellie, is it because I mentioned my dear friend on the live who got fertile after 10 years of trying? Because it's awesome. I love hearing that there's the fertility boost is amazing, man. Shout out to non-toxic Eastern Orthodox. I'm pretty sure people say that's the one, man. Hold on, let me see. I've been glamping on my deck. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Sunny, sleeping outside. Yeah, Sunny, that's freaking awesome. Shroopy says organic ice cream brands. Dude, that's hilarious, man. No, well, sorry. yes, Organic Meadows is one, but I don't know if that's only in Canada. Or you can just go to a Amish farm and get a part of a cow share, buy their cream and their milk, and then make your own ice cream, which is pretty easy actually. You can get an ice cream maker. There's also the old fashioned way with that wooden barrel and the churner and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, okay, hold on a second. What do we got? We got freaking Japan shitstorm right there. We got, or sorry, Korea, South Korea, Italy. Denver imposes water restrictions. What's with that? The EU is implementing lockdowns if the energy shock doesn't conclude. That's crazy. Um, so dialed. You asked a question that I asked in my own head, which is like, so if they're ready to shut the oil down, well, for one, they probably have like massive reserves or something. But he said, why are none of the world governments not rerouting supply chains, but allowing themselves to take a hit? The only reason is the only reason it's this way is to cause massive problems. Yes, exactly, dude. Exactly. Um, and look what Cindy said too. And she actually spelled out how to spell her name properly or how to say her name. She said, boom, bang, bing, Shineade. Shineade. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Shout out to Shineade. I'll probably call you Cindy still, but C Mabe said, do you guys still have those chalk shirts? We are actually sold out of the chalk shirts right now, but we will relaunch them at some point here soon. And we'll probably throw some freebies in for you guys for some subscribers, like lucky subscribers. But yeah, we'll get those soon. Shin like your leg. Exactly, Shin. Okay, I'll call you Shin. I'll try to remember Shin, but I mean Sunny. I mean I know Sunny's name. Her name's Laura, but I still call her Sunny. Okay, hold on a second. Swing. I know Swing's name too. I could call him Tom. I call him Swing. The space station is a lie. That's right. That's right, Swing. Yeah, you know. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Hold on, I gotta write this down. Video idea. Um, hold on. Okay, the video idea is if you think the Epstein files were crazy, wait until you find out that space is fake. There are no planets. We're under a dome. There is a firmament. Blah 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 blah. That kind of post. That's what I'm doing. I saw a girl today do that about. She said, "You think the Epstein files, blah blah, blah, are crazy? Wait until you hear." And then I don't even remember what she said, but it was like stuff we all know. But some people are just like, "Yeah, the Epstein files are crazy, man. They're eating McDonald's." It's like, yeah. By the way, don't you think it's a little bit strange that McDonald's doesn't own and no fast food restaurants own any cattle farms in the US or Canada or anything, but they own hundreds of hospitals, specifically children's hospitals? I'm just saying that's pretty freaking weird, dude. Or seems weird. It doesn't help with the allegations, put it that way. Okay, so diesel shortages within weeks. Hold on. What even happened in the 1970s? Sonny, do you remember what happened in the 70s when there was the oil crisis or whatever? And there was like, you can only fill up. So, this is what people think the reason they put up all those cameras, the license plate reading cameras. Yes, they can catch bad guys, but if there's an energy lockdown, they can turn the AI on to detect license plates. And if they say everyone with XYZ license plate can drive today, but you can't drive on another day. This is what they're doing in Korea right now to monitor who's on the roads because they have lockdown measures in place. So they're using the freaking license plate readers to detect who is driving when they're not supposed to be. So dude, this is why, and also in Russia, they have 1 million facial recognition cameras too. So you think Russia, like Putin, I thought he was chill, but seemingly not. So what's going on, everyone? We're doing a deep dive on what's happening right now because if there's no diesel, there's no farmers, basically, because even though for the last 20, 30 years, many people were saying that we should be growing food organically and communally and no-till farming and partner cropping and all this. Instead, it's been full industrial, massive monocultures with 1 billion pounds of pesticides and fertilizers, and that's what they have done. And now, when there's an oil or fertilizer crisis, it's a shitstorm. You see what I'm saying? So, anyways, this is 100% a part of a plan, a very shocking and strange plan. It is a satanic agenda, exactly. Julian, like your friends and family might think, that Julian guy, he's crazy, man. He thinks there's a satanic agenda going on. And meanwhile, yes, there literally is. And then they're going to use this to do climate lockdowns, by the way. They're going to say, look how much we saved fuel during the lockdowns of energy lockdowns. Let's do that again and we'll meet our climate targets. I'm almost sure, man. Okay, so listen, guys, we're live on Rumble right now, which is this guy says I need to start one of those fear propaganda accounts. Joe, I don't know if you're paying attention. The Daily Mail. Diesel shortages within weeks as experts warn the energy shock will be worse than the 1970s. This is happening. If you're choosing to be fearful of it, then that's you. That's on you, man. But I'm not sitting around scared. I'm, discussing what's happening as we speak. So, guys, we're on Rumble right now, which is at the link in my bio. There's a lot more that I'd like to discuss, but that I can't on Instagram for obvious reasons. So if you guys want to tune in, click the link in my bio and you'll see the Rumble link. We got about 100 people on there right now. You don't need to download an app, but if you get the app, then you get, yeah, exactly, unknown. If you get the app, then you can quickly make an account and you'll be able to comment. You do want to be able to comment. That's half of the Rumble. It's like discussion, Q&A stuff. So shout out to Mad Scientist. So come on over to Rumble right now. $8 a gallon on diesel is insane. Yeah, that's pretty freaking high, eh? Wow, holy crap. So anyways, come to Rumble right now. It's free to watch, free to download, and free speech. And it also is where we can discuss things without having to bite our tongues, all right? So I hope to see all of you guys on Rumble. And keep your head on a swivel, man. Some strange stuff is coming around the corner. Look at what Julie said. Julie said, I remember the 70s. We could only go get gas by our last name. First letter, day. Never thought they would do this shit again. Yeah, Julie, I didn't think they would either. I thought they would do climate lockdowns before energy lockdowns. But now they've manufactured an actual energy crisis to then justify doing all the things that they need to do to, let's just say, change this whole system around is what the plan is. So I hope to see you guys on Rumble. Come on over and we'll continue this discussion freely. All right. Much love, everyone. Okay. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, it is strange that they put up all those cameras everywhere, man. Even apparently in Ohio, there's like a ton of cameras put up by some company, and they're like the back end of the whatever it is not secure at all. So you can like go on some website and look through hundreds or thousands of these cameras all throughout Ohio, where you can zoom in on like parks, schools, little quiet streets, people walking around, zooming in. It's like, dude, anyway, it's what is it called? This is why movies like, I'll tell you what, movies like Jason Bourne, right? All the Jason Bourne movies, where they're showing you the power of like the intelligence agencies, how they can zoom in on any camera at any time, any moment, and they got a team of guys working, and they can freaking stop the street lights they can turn the street lights green, red, and steer their convoy through the city, controlling the street lights and everything. Like, they're showing you what is definitely at their fingertips, what they're capable of, man, 100%. And the truth is, though, if we weren't so powerful, they wouldn't need to try to attack us and chemicalize us from every single angle. Like, if we weren't ridiculously powerful and able to overcome so much, they wouldn't have to do all the crazy stuff that they do, literally since from birth, basically. artificial lights, the shit they do to, the procedures, um, the fluoride, the everything. It's clear that if they didn't throw the whole freaking kitchen sink at us, that we would be like totally uncontrollable. Because here's the thing: in history, what has fought wars and defended towns and countries and communities and villages and everything and made shit happen, but I'm not taking away from the other side of the fence, but I'm saying was strong men, right? Warriors, right? So if you wanted to take over the world or certain countries, right? Or all the countries, you wouldn't want a bunch of strong men, right? Like that would be kind of a wrench in the gears. You'd want a lot of dudes with completely low testosterone levels who are distracted and also not really, if you want to talk divine masculine, divine feminine, not really in their masculine state that their biology would indicate they should be. You know what I mean? They obviously want people in a lowered state. So is it a coincidence that every basically developed and developing country has chemicals in the food and water supply that lower testosterone? Like, I'm not saying there's a plan to lower global testosterone levels to make the countries easier to control, but if there was, what would they be doing differently? I talked to a guy 2 days ago who got his testosterone levels checked, and yeah, exactly, Will. And he he tested normal. He's in the normal range. But what's unknown to many people is that they moved the graph. So what appears normal today is actually extremely low from like 60 years ago. So whatever testosterone someone gets normal levels today, that's not normal. That's extremely low, but they moved the graph, the goalposts on the thing, so it seems normal. If you saw it compared to 60 years ago, you'd be like, dude, I'm in like the bottom of the freaking barrel of testosterone levels. And yeah, it's not just the chemicals though; it's also the cell towers. That's right, non-toxic. I actually don't even like the word Karen for. It's like if a woman is pissed off about something, it's like, and it could be justified. It's like, oh, a Karen. It's like that's like saying, imagine if you said, I can picture if you use that term, but in another way for other people, it would be seen as really mean. But for it can fly with Karens. But I know you picture a Karen like short hair, like I get it. But anyways, my point is though is that the frequencies too are disrupting, like extremely disrupting to hormones and vitality and brain function and everything. That's the cell towers. So I'm saying this, and the Wi-Fi, the smart meters. But this is why I wish there wasn't all this other crazy news shit going on right now, because I still want to talk about the fact that they're putting up cell towers all over the place, which is frying people's DNA. There's a school zone, picture it, school zone on the sign on the street, school zone, slow down. Behind the school zone picture is 3 giant cell towers, like across the road from the school. You got to pull your kid out, man. Not that they should really be in school anyway, should be homeschooling, but you know what I mean? So it's freaking shocking, man. And this was 10 years ago that I first found out that they're using cell towers, silent weapons for quiet wars, alters people's minds, your DNA and everything. And it's still doing it, man. They're still doing it. And they built like a million or like millions of more cell towers since I found that out 10 years ago. So we got to figure something out here, dude. And I don't have all the answers, but I do know if there is such a concerted effort to lower our frequency, pollute us, chemicalize us, and alter us, and try to keep us down, I feel like a good step in the right direction is to do the opposite of what they're trying to do to you. So they're trying to lower your testosterone, should probably be boosting your testosterone. They're trying to make you infertile, should probably want to focus on boosting fertility. They want your pineal gland calcified. Yes, 100% they do. You should be decalcifying it. This is the entire world, 3XD. He said, is this the US or all over the world? Bro, I was in Grenada, Cuba, Mexico, obviously Florida, freaking where I live. Like there's cell towers everywhere and there's smart meters everywhere. And smart meters are owned by, well, find out the owners of smart meters. That is a shocking plan and a very nefarious agenda as well. But it's global, dude. Every single country is headed towards the same technological model of society where AI is controlling shit. Eventually, like they got a weird plan for us. So hold on a second. On this topic of testosterone and hormones and importance of detoxing and all that, and your pineal gland, we are giving away 2 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is super detoxing and delicious, and it massively increases stem cell production. This is the way the deal works. So this is organic cacao, certified heirloom, so it's original genetics of cacao, massively increases stem cell production, also is super detoxifying, and is believed to decalcify your pineal gland. We're giving away 2 more. Chalk is giving away 2 more on tonight's live. And by the way, Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. And Julian, don't go anywhere because I'm going to read your comment in a second. So the way the deal works is first come, first serve. Go to chalk.com. I just put the link in the chat. And if you click that link, you get bumped first in line. So it is, like I said, first come, first serve. The way the deal works is at chalk.com, the #1 superfood for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is a hormone optimizer. It's clinically studied. It massively increases fertility for men and women. It boosts testosterone for men. It calibrates your endocrine system for women. It has C60 in it, or carbon 60, which is believed to have anti-aging effects, also believed to decalcify the pineal gland, and it stimulates the production of new brain cells. It's called neurogenesis. So it makes your brain produce new brain cells. You get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. That's the Shilajit. The second most potent superfood for men and women is the organic ashwagandha, which is certified organic. It has 46 clinical studies on it. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It calibrates your endocrine system. It's pro-fertile. It massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it's extremely good for healthy mood and focus, which we know, among other things, a lot of the strange chemicals disrupt your mood and focus. So that's the ashwagandha. So the way the deal works, go to chalk.com. I put the link there. If you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, which is 2 different combinations of superfoods for men and women, you put those in your cart, you apply the discount code 26life, you get a 26% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to get that free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. So we're talking fertility, detox, brain function. I think we covered all the bases. I mean, your pineal gland. Dude, when I found out that fluoride literally melts the road when it spills on it, and they're still adding that to the water, it is a war on humanity. Like, you can't really, how else do you perceive it, you know? Mr. Julian sent a super chat, and he said they are trying to unalive us because Satan doesn't want us to find God in our quick lives or lives. Yes, he does want to take as many people with him and get them to reject and be away from God 100%. That's his goal, because he knows he loses in the end. You know, this is what they say, like, Satan knows he's not going to win. Of course, he's not God, right? So what he's just trying to do is take as many people with him to, you know, hell, basically, and get them away from God, as many people as he can. And I will say, dude, there is a shitload of people today who are living, I mean, we all sin, but like, I'm talking a pretty wild amount of people today who live day in and day out in sin, and like don't even have an idea of what they're doing and how bad it is, and how capable they are of doing so much better. That's the main thing. It's not just like they're going to get in trouble. It's like, well, you're kind of selling yourself short, you know. Big Steve said he got a crazy video today, downtown Boston. Chemtrails was so thick and full of heavy metals, it was making a legit shadow. Dude, I have seen the crazy chemtrail shadows. They are super weird. I also saw they did chemtrail here today pretty good, man. And it's fucking annoying, man, because it's spring. It's been like super sunny the last few days, but it would have been super sunny. But then 25 planes fly by and it's gray all day. Like, I'm freaking just about ready to stop chemtrails, man. It's a little bit ridiculous that, especially it's like spring and fall In the middle of the summer, it's like piping hot. Like I don't really, it doesn't, I'm not as flustered about it. It's still horrible, but I'm like okay with as much sun as I've already got in the middle of summer. But when it's spring and we've been in, it's been cloudy for all winter, and then it tries to be sunny because it's spring, and then they chemtrail, that's when I'm pissed off. Or the fall when it's like the last couple weeks of still can be nice, hot, warm weather, sunny out, and they're spraying, it's freaking annoying. But of course, at all times that we're being sprayed with nanobots and heavy metals, I'm fucking annoyed about it. But especially, good question, Sonny. Good damn question. How can we stop these freaking trails? It's like the elephant in the room. Every other issue is like a little micro fucking. It's like nothing. Every other issue, oh, we're gonna raise, we're gonna stop, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. It's all fake until they stop that. You know? Pena said everywhere. It's come to the point that even my mother and family has caught on to the bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Um, Pena, yeah, it was supposed to be sunny today, and it started to be sunny, and then I saw a couple big fat trails, man, and then it was gray all day. It's very, very annoying. Um, Ricardo Bossy says they aren't chemtrails. What are they now? I wish they were vitamins or something, but um, I do wonder. Watchwoman says, read Leviticus chapter 23. Well, I'm going to write that down actually. Um, hold on a sec. Okay, apparently a bunch of people are on the site right now, guys. If you're on the site, quickly get your order placed with the code 26life, the male or female vitality stack, and then you're going to be getting the free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order. Congratulations to Mrs. Ellie, by the way, who got her female and male stack. I'm super stoked for her. Just remember to apply the discount code 26life. Do not pay full price when Chalk is doing the 26% off discount. And again, we have 2 bags left to give away. If you place your order on the live, you're getting the free lit included in your order automatically. Oh, did you guys hear too that they're making E15 gas? So it's gas with 15% ethanol instead of 10% ethanol. And so if you know, many of you do, but this ethanol shits, it's shit for your engine. Um, Literally, like, this is why people go to premium gas for certain engines and things, because it has, I don't know if it has lower ethanol, but it's just like better gas. It's like what you can do if you're getting ethanol, at least that. But so there's a website called puregas.org, and puregas.org, and you can find gas stations that don't have ethanol in them, but there's less and less. Even a couple years ago, the gas stations that were closest to me that had ethanol or that didn't have ethanol no longer do. Now, the nearest gas station that doesn't have ethanol is like 45 minutes away. It's on a native reserve, which is cheaper gas, although it's a drive. And, you know, anyways, pure gas, you do not want that. So they're saying ethanol shits because we can extend the supply of gas if we dilute it with ethanol. But yeah, it's obviously shit for the engines, but they don't even want us having engines. They want us having an electric freaking inverter. Which, by the way, anyone who's a fan of Elon, like, this is my reductionist mindset here. I see that Elon Musk says this, that, and the other, right? But his car, his Tesla, if you're sitting in that thing while it's on or while it's charging, it is freaking frying you, man. Like major, major EMFs. It is like an occupational hazard to drive or sit in a Tesla with the radiation that's coming off that thing. And, or sorry, the radiation that's emitting from within it, that's bouncing around inside of the metal box that you're in. That's what makes EMFs worse in a car, by the way. Like, you could be sitting next to your phone outside and it's giving off some radiation. But as soon as you're in a metal box and the frequencies bounce around in there, apparently it amplifies it, which is shocking. Judd said, I saw a video where you can use water and a fuel additive to remove the ethanol from fuel. It takes less than a day to do. Oh, wow, eh? So hold on. Do they put ethanol? I'm sure they put ethanol in diesel, right? Hold on a sec. Ethanol in diesel. Sure they do. No, it's not. Oh, oh, okay. So they don't put ethanol in, but that's cool that you can do that. Yeah, because if you have like, for me, like my snowmobile, you put premium in it, but I think the premium even has ethanol. If you get it ethanol free, your engine will last way, way longer. So how is it? Let me ask you this. Someone do some math here. How good is it for the environment if you reduce gas usage by adding ethanol, which is of course from GMO corn, um, to gas that lowers the amount of gas used because you're diluting it with ethanol, but it destroys or shortens the lifespan of your engine, which means you'll need a new engine sooner, which takes a shitload of gas and energy and effort and time and money to make. Like, surely it would be better to just use proper normal gas without ethanol in it and have your car last way longer. It's just like how cars from the 80s and stuff or 70s, like a vintage car, if you even take a little bit of care of it, it will last like way longer than today's cars. Like a Honda or any type of car you can think of today that's new, there's no way that it's going to last 50 years. Like, not a fucking chance. But the old cars do and have. So it's like 90% of the vehicles on the road today will not be in like 15 or 20 years. And I'm not even saying because they're going to try to ban, they're already not making new gas or diesel vehicles after 2035 or something. Um, so that there's that. But just the fact that these things don't last at all is shocking, man. Hopefully you are not sinning on purpose, and if you are, you will pay in this life, like David did. Shout out to Watchwoman talking to non-toxic. Watchwoman has some great. Um, I really appreciate Watchwoman's interjections on the live. I'm glad non-toxic said what he said while she was on the live, so she can send him this info or discuss with him. I think he's stoked about it, surely. Um, Judd Run said he was on you. Really, eh? So, Judd, if you find that video, send it to me because that's crazy. I don't know that anyone would do it, but like if you have the space, yeah, get a bunch of gas, put some additive. I know that there's a fuel additive you're supposed to put in, like if you put it in a truck, for example, a diesel truck, this additive binds to water or something or displaces water, like, and lubricates the engine. So there's that too, eh? Shout out to Asher. He said, Shane, you've been cooking up maple syrup, eh? Yeah, dude, I've been boiling, man. I have about probably almost 20 liters of syrup now. Syrup. Okay, so that was if it's 40 to 1, 20 times 40 is 800. 800 liters to gallons. Let's see how much sap I collected. Um, liters to gallons. So 211 gallons of sap made, and then let's see, 20 liters to 5 and a bit gallons. So that's almost our syrup for. We'll probably go through, a liter, maybe a liter or something uh, per month. So anyway, we're trying to get our year's worth of sugar supply collected and made from syrup. Judd said, "I will do. Where should I send it to? Send it to me on Instagram, Judd, and say this is the video you wanted me to send you. That way I can see because people send me videos all the time, but I'll remember. Oh, that's the one I wanted to see. Um, yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh, non-toxic's talking about he knows drinking is not a sin, but he falls into the gluttony sin. Yeah, that's too much of anything, right? It's funny. It first was like gluttony is a sin, but now it's the thing we all say is that we know too much of anything uh, can be not good, but it's about it being gluttonous, right? Um, but dude, non-toxic, just don't buy it, man. If you don't have any booze in your house, you're not going to drink it. You know, the Bible says being drunk is for people who are grieving. Interesting. There's definitely a whatchamacallit, a tendency or a correlation with people who drink a bunch and have had problems, and that's their coping, right? I think we all know that. Asher, I don't sell it. I know when I tell people I do honey and maple syrup, they're like, dude, man, like sell some, like I'll buy some. I would love to. That'd be freaking awesome, but I don't produce nearly enough syrup um, because I don't produce nearly enough syrup to be able to sell. And even honey too, it all gets sold to like friends and family. Like it's me and my parents who do the honey operation because it's at my mom's house, the my parents' house, the bee yard. So they have their big network of friends and colleagues and everything who come and buy honey, and then I get my year's supply of it and get to give away a bunch to friends and family and stuff on like holidays and whatnot. It's a good barter item. But yeah, dude, and hopefully I still have whatchamacallit. There should be a bunch more. I'm expecting probably twice that much syrup, and that would last us the year. Um, yeah, Sunny's still designing flags, exactly. So hold on a second. The last I checked, so we still have two bags of the lit powder left on the site to give away. Congratulations to everyone who already got their lits. This is basically the last call on the free lit. So if you go to chalk.com and you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 26life, you're getting that 26% off lifetime discount, and boom bang bing, you're going to get the free lit powder included in your order. Um, Also, remember that Shilajit is in both the male and female stack because it's a potentiator and it increases the potential of any other herb or superfood when taken with it. I just got a deja vu for some reason. I'm sure I've said that line before, but that especially hit as a deja vu. No, yeah, I think he might have been just joking a little bit because I think Dialed heard that Sonny designed that flag in 1968. In 11th grade, but she could still be designing flags actually. Imagine if she got another county to adopt her flag and she became like the flag artist for the United States. That'd be wild. Hold on a second. So did you guys also see that whatchamacallit right here? Uh the health warning issued for thousands as life-threatening toxins flood multiple US states. Close windows now. Did you guys hear about that? So the elephant in the room, of course, is the chemtrails, but they're talking about how it's just from pollution and smog and all that. You know what I mean? It's like the elephant in the room once again. So we got to stop those, man. Big Steve said, "Wait, say it again, dude." So multiple U.S. states, so the southern states apparently are hit with like this massive smog right now, where they're telling everyone to close their windows because of super toxic toxins floating around in the air. So it's like a public advisory, like warning, watch out and be careful. But of course, they'll never mention the fact that the main pollutant that we're being exposed to is the chemtrails, Even though RFK literally on Dr. Phil got asked, what are we going to do about the chemtrails? And RFK is like, well, we don't know who's doing it. We think it's DARPA, but we're going to try to stop it. Um, and then Dr. Phil's like, that's right. That's right. Yes. Like he agreed. Dr. Phil agreed to the notion of the existence of chemical trails being sprayed on people. Is that freaking crazy or what? And still nothing's really happened from it. So the metals, detoxing the metals is imperative, dude. Seeing how hard they want us to be exposed to metals and absorbing these heavy metals should make everyone realize how important it is to detox them, which is why we're talking the Shilajit, the Irish moss. Dield's got the Chad mode friggin' rights. Dude, that's awesome, man. Coconut sugar, yep. Not white sugar, eh? You don't want that stuff for sure. And it's bleached and all that. Same with the conventional salt, like regular salt is toxic too, right? You got to get the real stuff. So I guess what we'll do is we'll extend this deal probably till midnight. So if you place your order at chalk.com with the code 26life, you want to get detoxing and decalcifying the pineal gland and boosting your hormone function. If you go to chalk.com, you put that 26life on your subscription, you're going to get the free lit if you place it between now and midnight. We're going to be live earlier tomorrow. We have a lot more stuff to cover as well. It's like literally not a very slow news week or news schedule right now. Shit is popping off. Thank you all for joining. Keep your heads on a swivel. I have the most positive outlook for what's coming around the corner, though it is a little bit strange. But I know that we win in the end, so it's all good. Make sure your live notifications are on Rumble as well, so you know when we're live on Rumble, and you don't need to be reliant on the Instagram lives to know we're live here. All right. Shout out to all the new people as well. Okay, so we'll see you guys on tomorrow's live. Much love, everyone.